Okay, this is square one. This is rock bottom. I need to get this video on file before I begin what I intend to do, which will be documented in a series on YouTube. I am completely new to YouTubing like this. You'll see a couple of videos on there. I have a GoFundMe. I had to get those videos up there to put them on GoFundMe. So, other than that, I have one other video that will be of interest if you're an OA fan. But other than that, this is my YouTube debut. And my debut is at rock bottom. And it's my last-ditch effort to break out of a stuckness that is so entrenched and going on for so long that I cannot keep hitting my head against that wall. You know how they say you keep doing the same thing over and over and you're going to get the same results? Well, I have this inner voice that says, you can't take time away from trying to figure out how to get up and back on your feet. You have to do this. It's imperative. You're almost homeless. But I am so stressed out. I feel like one of those junk cars being smushed in between those machines, those big metal things. So I felt like the best thing to do right now is to pull myself back and do what I've been wanting to do for the longest time and have been dabbling in, but haven't been consistent with. The self-nourishing work, the energy work, and being a guinea pig, since I can't be the person I want to be, which is the one who helps other people connect with the beauty and magic and wonder of life and help people get back up on their feet and connect with, their best lives. Because, I haven't been able to do that for myself. Though, let me tell you something. I'm really good with doing that for other people. But anyway, I'm going to be the guinea pig. And I'm going to start with doing the artist's way. I have been trying to make this video now for over a month, every chance I get, and I keep scrapping it because it gets too long. So I'm not going to go into all the details that I've wanted to go into, all the background. I will say that I have been sick for the last 4 years, like a tag team of sick. And I've been getting deeper and deeper into a hole. And then in 2023, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I went through the whole shebang. The chemo, the surgery, the radiation. I'm on the hormone therapy now, the hormone blockers for 10 years. I still have a port in my chest that needs to come out. And I'm so worried about losing my health care. It's really difficult to explain this situation to someone who doesn't know the conundrum of trying to get yourself back up on your feet, but knowing that if you do, you will immediately lose your health care. And I've only availed myself of the health care and not the other things that I'm entitled to, because they're like handcuffs. So the healthcare is imperative. It's a life or death situation. But I have to find a way out. And the last time I did the artist's way all the way through, I started with a vision in my head. It was in 2011. I started with a vision in my head, and it was big to me at the time. What I ended up with was something so much bigger. I did it in conjunction with a group of bloggers. We started in June 11th of 2011, and we did it for 24 weeks. Towards the end is when I started to see where this was going to come from, because I had no idea where this was going to come from. And then it became obvious, and then everything started to fall into place, and then blocks started to come up, and at that point I could just taste my freedom. I had my ticket to freedom, my freedom in my hands, and I wasn't letting it go, and I was pushing and grasping, and I can't even talk anymore. I've been doing this video so many times tonight. I'm so tired. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm trying to get this done because I want to start this tomorrow, and I want to get this rock bottom video up before I start. So any shifts will be visible. They'll be obvious. Nothing has shifted in so long, so any shifts will be attributable to this and the other things I'm going to do along with it. I'm going to layer other things. I plan to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. So yeah, got this amazing result that was like a lifetime dream. But at the same time, because I had this really nagging, it's not even subconscious, it's conscious. It's like if something good happens, something bad will happen to come and take its place, and many of us have that. So it kept coming up, and I kept trying to work with it, to diffuse it, to negate it, to, I don't know, to reason myself out of it, but it's not something you can reason yourself out of. And I kept feeling it in the pit of my stomach. It was there and it wasn't going away. And these things somehow have a way of gathering material from the actual material universe and making themselves real. So, like, if you get your wishes and you have these blocks, it will be true that something will come and take it away. So I need to break through that programming. In this case, honestly, in the case that I'm talking about, there was nothing that I or anyone else could have done to prevent it or even foresee it. And the length of it, oh my God, and the severity. My mom almost died. If I hadn't been there, she would have. It completely swallowed up all of the joy of manifesting my lifelong dream and my ticket to freedom, to my own life. My first time being able to, and late in life too, to get out and get away and be on my own and have my own life and just live my life. I had it all planned out. There was like, I didn't leave anything to chance. I had it all planned out. But it got swallowed up. and the length of the event was so long that I didn't have a chance to even feel the joy of having achieved that. That was completely swallowed up. I was sleeping on the floor on a mattress for almost a good year. Well, not a year. No, not a year. For a while before I could finally take a breather and focus on getting myself situated in my new apartment. All I was doing was being at my mother's side. She was really at, like, I can't even talk about it. It was so severe, and the fact that she made it was a miracle. And I am so grateful that everything turned out the way it did. But then, as soon as she was out of danger, I had about a month to myself before I got sick for 14 months. So that really, it just drained away everything. It took everything away. I mean, not in that time period, but like it just wasn't the same anymore. I didn't have the same amount anymore. The dream was gone. I didn't get to do anything that I wanted to do. I knew that I couldn't leave my mom because I knew that she would have laid in bed and just died if I hadn't dragged her to the doctor and then to get tested and then directly to the hospital because it was that urgent. Her case is on the books in Mount Sinai in Manhattan. I know this because when I had an operation in 2018, my surgeon was talking to me about another surgeon that I could choose if I wasn't comfortable with him. And he happened to be one of the 3 who worked on my mom. Yes, she needed 3 surgeons because it was that serious. 3 different specialties. And I was like, wow, he worked on my mom. She was, and I explained the whole thing. And he said, that was your mother? We studied that operation. And I was just blown away. Like, what a coincidence. So, yeah, it was big. But it took away my whole dream. And I'm hoping that at this point, like at that point when it became clear of what it was going to be, that was going to help me up, it was obvious. At this point, I don't see anything. There's no more light at the end of my tunnel. But when I started out, I didn't see how it was going to happen either. So I don't know. I'm going to dedicate my whole being to this. I'm going to do it with my whole heart and soul. And I'm going to really give the consistency and the attention to the other things that I implement and keep a logbook and report back. I'm going to do this openly so that I have accountability, so that I have community, so that maybe I can help people by being this guinea pig in this way. People in similar situations. Maybe I can give people some hope if I can get myself back up, that even if you don't see it, it's possible. And I hope to be celebrating my birthday next March, looking back on this whole time going, oh my God, what a massive difference. And I will celebrate it online with you all. And I'm talking as if I have this huge following already. So, I mean, even if like no one sees this, I'll feel like I have accountability. But I really hope that people do see this, even though I'm afraid of being ridiculed and saying the wrong thing and, you know, putting myself out there and all the things that go along with it, being trolled. I haven't been protected from those things anyway, even with staying, hanging back, being a hermit. Somehow they find their way to me. So I may as well put myself out there and work through these blocks actively and get the hang of it and give myself the respect that I haven't been getting otherwise, the respect that all human beings deserve, the knowledge that I'm worthy just being a human being, being there for myself, you know what I mean? And modeling that for someone else who might get some inspiration from that. So, anyway, I have to go to bed now. I feel delirious. I hope that I just hope good things are in store for me, and I hope to get myself back up, and I hope that this is the way. I don't know what I've said in what iteration of which video and if I mentioned it in this one, but ever since I decided to do this, I got a series of coincidences, synchronicities from the universe letting me know that it's good and right. And even though I'm afraid to put myself out there, when I think about doing it, I don't have a tightening up inside my belly. There's an openness in there. So this all tells me that this is the right way. And if you were an astrologer and I told you about my chart, you would know that this is what I need to be doing right now. And so here goes nothing.